And also tonight, discovering history right in our own backyard. The Historical Society in Stonington is literally uncovering lost artifacts at a cemetery.
So this stone has not been surveyed or recorded in at least 100 years.
How you can be a part of the action this weekend. It's a lot of work to be done. Thank you, Anthony. So if you have walked around cemeteries here in Connecticut, you've probably seen some pretty old headstones given our state's rich history. And preserving that history is at the heart of Stonington Historical Society, and that's why they clean up cemeteries in town.
We have representatives from the DAR, we have the town historian, and some other interested people who are meeting regularly, and about once a month we visit one of the small burying grounds and do what we can. Representatives
from the DAR are daughters of the American Revolution, if you didn't know. That was Elizabeth Wood. She's the director, the executive director of the Stonington Historical Society. She says another group that helps out with those cemetery cleanups is called Rediscovering History, Inc., which is led by Michael Carroll. You're looking at some pictures now from last month when members of both groups were at Babcock Burial Ground in Pawcatuck. The area has some significant history.
We know that Colonel Harry Babcock is buried there, and there's a monument to him. He was a Revolutionary War hero, originally from Westerly, and so this had some interest to us and the people on the committee.
Now, during last month's cleanup, Wood says Michael Carroll made a big find.
But there's a lot of stones that have fallen below the surface, and he saw just a corner of something sticking up out of the ground, and he has a probing bar, so he just kind of tucked down a little bit and discovered the full stone of Captain Joshua Hazard. So this stone has not been surveyed or recorded in at least 100 years.
Now Carroll, along with volunteers, were able to pull that stone and make it free and clean it off. It shows that Captain Hazard died back in 1823 at 52 years old. The Historical Society says Captain Hazard led a regiment of 1,000 men in Westerly during the War of 1812. And Wood says there's another cemetery cleanup event this weekend, not only to beautify Babcock Burial Ground, but also to reset that Joshua Hazard headstone. She says they're looking for volunteers to help.
We're starting at 8 a.m. in the morning on Sunday. We'll be there until about noon, maybe a little bit longer if we find something significant. But we welcome anyone to come and see what's happening, whether you live in Stonington or Westerly or anywhere in Connecticut. It's a wonderful, satisfying project to be part of. Cemeteries are primary sources. We can find out information from gravestones that we can't find anywhere else. These are people who lived here, who contributed to their communities, and it's wonderful to see their gravestones restored back to their rightful place.
So they love the help.